Hi there, classmates. My name is Christina Bakova, also known as Christina Mooney, which is in the system for MSU. So just so there's no confusion, it's me. I wanted to start off really quick by saying that my 9-month-old right now is upstairs with my husband. They're trying to be as quiet as possible, but those who have kids understand that sometimes that just doesn't happen. So if you hear a little bit of a baby upstairs or back in the background, that's what's going on. So hopefully it won't be too much of a distraction. So today we are going to be talking about the distribution mix and the travel trade and how do we get there. This is chapter 13. So what I did is I went ahead and picked out the chapter assignment and the chapter's assignment number 2. So what it says is that I'm a marketing director for a new hotel chain, theme park, cruise line, rental car company, tour wholesaler, or an airline. And I needed to answer these questions. Which travel trade intermediaries would you target? How would you identify the specific travel trade companies to concentrate on? Would you use a segmented strategy? What positioning approach and approaches would you adopt? And how would you promote to the travel trade? So I picked the hotel, but we're going to get to that in a minute. First, I wanted to go over some terminology. I'm sure all of you guys know this after reading chapter 13, but just to kind of refresh and just quickly go over, just in case you haven't, here's some of the terminology. We have the travel trade, a term commonly used in the hospitality and travel industry to describe all intermediaries. Hard word to say. All right, and then we have also indirect distribution and travel trade intramedia. I am having a hard time saying that. Okay, so those are the definitions. Feel free to laugh at me. It's totally fine. So, like I said, I chose a hotel, like a new hotel. And so what I wanted to do is, when doing this presentation, I wanted to have something to actually work off of. So I'm going to be using Native Hotel, downtown Denver, as like an example. If Jordan, who is the founder of Native, he's one of the founders of Native, came to me and said, "Hey, I needed you as a marketing director. Come help me with my bookings." These are some of the things that I would do for it. That being said, these opinions of mine, I feel like could be applied to any new company, like any new hotel in any of the other listings that they had for options. So, I just preferred to use Native because it was going to help me get into the right train of thought. But if you're doing something similar, you can also apply these to you as well. So just a kind of quick overview of the hotel as we're going through this to kind of help you understand why I'm going the direction that I'm going. The hotel is a unique boutique hotel located in downtown Denver. I'm sure a lot of people have actually seen this. They have a really awesome vibe for experimenting with a fun atmosphere. They have a lot of parties. They host a lot of concerts. It's kind of like a nightlife within itself. Like it's a downtown nightlife in its own hotel. And it's a great place to go. If you've never been, I encourage you to go. It's really, really a neat place. It is ideal for night owls, people who want to go and have fun and party. This is an ideal place for you. So again, I'm using this as a reference to kind of where I want to go with my segmented targeting and my positioning, which will all come later in the presentation. All right, so the first question, which travel trade intermediaries would you target? I feel like this is something that people would comment, like learn how to speak. Yes. Okay. So we actually have a lot of options when looking at the travel trade these days, where we have like the travel agents, the retail travel agents, the tour wholesalers and operators, corporate travel managers, and the list that you can see on there. And I did pull some of the logos of some of the big known areas too. So you can kind of see the logos. However, online travel companies such as Hotels.com, Hotwire, and Booking.com have made booking a room easy and convenient. The book actually notes that at the end of 2008, 39% of bookings were used through an online service, and that the travel agent companies were actually losing money to the online booking. Why is this important to you? Why is it important to me? As a marketing director, my primary focus that I would target would actually be online. So why online? So I pulled this information from Statistica or Statista.com. What they did is they went ahead and looked at, over the course of the last few years, what are the most used outlets to book services. So if you can see, they actually are using it as an example for flights, but this does translate to hotels as well, and showing the importance of online booking. So the online, or the airline's websites, 76% of respondents said that they were actually booking their stuff online directly to the airline. And this is the same with hotels. A lot of customers will actually go directly to the hotel site to see about any promos or any special deals when booking their evenings or their nights. Now at 71%, they actually go, 71% of the respondents actually go to an online booking service such as Hotwire.com and Brookings.com. So it's really nice that you have multiple avenues. However, if you look, you can see as the number decreases for other options. So this is really important. The other thing to look at is how it's actually increasing for online bookings. So from 2014 to 2020, 2020, their sale totals are going to total up to about $564 billion. Now, if you're looking at 2019, they're actually projecting it to be $755.94 billion just in sales online, just to book online. So the idea to go through an online service and actually link up your hotel would be the way to go, especially as the digital footprint gets bigger and more apps are coming out. It's just a really good way to get your foot in the door and be able to do that. So I would target online primarily, but then what I would also do is I would also go to travel agencies that specify or that are specialized in Denver, or DMCs and any other outlets, festivals, or anything, because yes, they do have travel festivals that are looking at booking or having to have dealings in Denver. So that way you're covering all of your bases. But again, the online is just surging. So it's just really important to get that footprint in there. Okay, so for targeting or for identifying the specific travels, because of the fact that this is such a unique hotel and it has a very special niche, like it is very young-hearted, minded, I would still, like I said before, really be focusing and trying to identify the online booking companies as well as the DMC companies. So that way we can target, we know that those clients that are more prone to stay at that hotel are going to search for that type of hotel. So with the DMCs, because they are such experts in the area, if they have clients that come in and say, hey, we are looking for a fun, outgoing, young and, unique hotel, I want to make sure that they know about us. I want to make sure that they know that we exist and that we have their business and we have their back. So I would definitely identify those and try to find out who is going to be making the most money, or not the most money, but the most projection, who's projected to do the most, and try to lean more towards that direction. And that comes a little bit further into the presentation as well, which I go over. So would I use segmented strategy? Yeah, of course. I feel like regardless if it's like a unique boutique, you would want to use that for a new hotel, because you want to not waste your money. You don't want to waste your money on marketing to a target group and not get any return back for it. So to me, it just makes sense to, specify who it is that you're trying to market to and customize your brands and do your positioning and everything along those lines to be able to fit that clientele so you can get the return that you want and more bang for your buck. Now, for native or for the hotel, the pretend hotel, we'll say, for the pretend hotel, my strategy would be to focus on millennials and the young-hearted and those who really just want to go out and have fun and have a Denver night lifestyle. That being said, millennials, they're a very specific group. I'm not a millennial per se, but I know a lot of millennials and they are very interested in the things that New York Times pretty much confirmed. They want a customized experience. They want digital convenience and they want relevant information on social media. So when it comes to segmented strategy, I want to focus on millennials and a younger group. I want to focus on that because with this hotel being so unique and having concerts and parties and just a very different experience, especially with the location of it, I want to make sure that that's the clientele that I get. So it is really important to make sure that you know who you want to come into your business and make sure that you brand and market for that and not lose out on any money. It makes sense. Don't waste your money. All right, so what positioning approach and approaches would I adapt? So with this, the goal for positioning is to market yourself or position yourself within the organization, or within the industry is what I'm trying to find, and within the industry to be able to receive the clientele that you're looking for. I feel that it is fairly similar to segmented targeting because you are specifically looking, you're positioning yourself for that specific target. So what are some of the things that you want to do? Well, in that type of hotel, in the pretend hotel where everything's very unique and we're kind of looking for millennials. So we would do all things millennial. It would be, let's offer free Wi-Fi. Let's look at a social media footprint. We want to make sure that we're on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on any form of social media that we can possibly get on. We want to be on there and we want to be able to produce a lot of marketing through that. That being said, social media is one of the best ways to do marketing for your company, and it's also really low cost. So it makes sense to do that. Plus it gets out to the target, to the market and to the targets, like target clientele, faster and easier. So being located in a great location. In this type of location for downtown Denver, you have so much around you, depending on what your flavor is. Like if you are wanting to go out and party and go have fun at clubs, there's tons of really great clubs. If you're a foodie, there is amazing restaurants downtown. So being able to use that to your advantage just works. And you want to make sure that you use your positioning to be able to highlight and focus on that so that you are getting those millennials. Granted, you might have an older couple or an older group come in because they do want that fun lifestyle, and that is just bonus. But depending on the clientele that you want, you just have to make sure that you do what you need to position yourself correctly. Okay, so how would I promote how would you promote to the travel trade? Okay, so the book answer is listed right now. Okay, so on this screen, on page 450, they state that you would research organization target markets, specifically their geographical locations and demographics, survey target or travel agencies, corporate travel managers, convention meeting planners, to determine who has the greater future business potential. And then find out what other competitors are doing. The people that are very similar to you, how are they going about with who are they talking to? Who are they advertising through? How are they getting their business? What is their most profitable extension of themselves, I guess you could say. Find out what travel agencies and wholesalers and tour operators, convention meeting groups, and incentive travel planners, where are they currently selling and what destinations are they trying to sell at the moment? These are very important things to look out for. I will say with travel agencies and travel planners decreasing in sales and online booking increasing, you have to make sure that you situate your money, your marketing, and your marketing funds correctly and not invest too much money into the travel agency side because of the fact that they might not be getting the same amount of foot traffic as the online booking side. But that's just my opinion. Okay. So that's the book answer. My answer, do everything listed in the book. If it applies, go for it. It's totally fine. But I would also add in to survey target market sites and booking sites and make sure that you upload and link your sites, your hotel to the sites, to the online booking sites. That's all I've got. Have a great day. Thank you for joining.